There's a particular kind of fear that comes from walking into an audition room. I've done it many, many times. And it isn't only, what if I mess up? Sometimes it's much more personal than that, more stealth. It's, what if I give them all of me, the real thing, and they still don't choose me? Because rejection feels different when the thing being rejected came from somewhere inside of you. You learnt the lines and you prepared and you walked into the room and you let yourself be watched. And now somebody else gets to decide one of three things. Yes, no, maybe, and then you hear next. That is a vulnerable place to stand. And I think sometimes when we artists say we're scared of visibility, we make it sound like a marketing problem. Just post more or put yourself out there or stop hiding. But being seen as an artist, whether that's visual or performing arts or anything in between, can feel deeply personal. Because what if they see you clearly and they say no? Welcome to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist Podcast. I'm Lara Bianca-Pilcher, author of Audacious Artistry, keynote speaker, life and creativity coach, and fellow artist. This is the podcast for artists and creatives who still feel called to create, but are tired of striving, comparing, waiting for permission, and wondering if their work still matters. Here, we talk honestly about the inner life of being an artist, the doubt, the courage, the burnout, the money, the waiting, the visibility, and the audacity it takes to keep showing up. Let's begin. I know this feeling particularly well because I've spent a lot of my last 30 years auditioning. You can prepare for an audition for hours, weeks, months. You can even make choices. You can know the material. You can walk into that room ready to offer something. And still somewhere underneath all that preparation, there can be this tiny voice saying, please like me. Please think I belong here. Please see what I can do. Please choose me. And suddenly you're carrying far more into the audition than that scene. You're actually carrying your identity, your confidence. And I know this feeling. It's like maybe the last 10 auditions where nothing happened and your confidence is now lower than ever. Maybe the job that you really wanted. Maybe the fear that opportunities are drying up. Maybe your finances. Maybe the question you've been trying not to ask, am I actually good enough? And actors, of course, are not alone in this. There's a principle here. It's like the writer sending the manuscript. The singer who walks onto the stage, the visual artist hanging the painting where strangers can look at it or walk past it, the filmmaker submitting the film to different places, festivals, hoping it will be submitted, and then the audience watching it, wondering if they'll leave halfway through. The dancer steps into the room, the musician releases the song. You make something personal, and then you place it somewhere where other people can respond to it. That is scary. It takes such audacity to be an artist because once you are visible, you can be rejected. And some people could just never in their personality even begin that journey. So if you are in it, hats off to you. It's not easy because you can be misunderstood, ignored, passed over. You can be compared, critiqued, or met with complete silence. I've gone in to meet people and then come away and I didn't get chosen. And I'm like, wow, you met me. We talked, we connected, but something about me wasn't enough. These are big things that happen in the human experience of artist life. I've sent pictures and applications and got silence. But sometimes hiding feels easier because hiding can delay the verdict. If they never see it, they never get to reject it. But there's no cost to that protection. It's playing it safe, but there's no breakthrough when you live like that. There's also never a chance for someone to say yes. Here's where I think the fear gets tangled. We confuse being seen with being chosen. And here's why they're not the same thing, because you can show somebody exactly what you can do and still not be the person they choose. And that doesn't mean that showing up failed or that you failed. Think about an audition. Think about dozens of reasons somebody might not book a role that has nothing to do with whether they are a legitimate actor, and maybe it has nothing to do with anything that's in your head. It might have nothing to do with height or chemistry or age or look or accent or schedule or a producer's preference. Maybe it's just because there's one role and that's all there is, and 50 capable people, if not more. It can be a producer's preference, or it can be somebody who's worked with them before, already cast. Or something the creative team imagined before you ever walked through the door. And yet the actor walks out thinking, they didn't choose me, therefore there must have been something wrong with what they saw. That is where rejection starts doing more damage than it deserves to do. A decision about an opportunity quietly becomes a decision about you. And those are not the same thing either, because being seen requires courage. Being chosen requires somebody else. And here's the thing, you can control one of those. You do not control the other. And when you hand your sense of legitimacy as an artist and a person and a human over to the chooser, every audition or submission or whatever it is for you becomes a referendum on whether you should still call yourself an artist, and sometimes even deeper, a worthy human being. That is exhausting. So here's the shift I want to offer you. Your job is not to make them choose you. Your job is to let yourself be seen. That is completely different. It is a completely different assignment. Imagine walking into an audition without carrying the job in with you. Your responsibility is preparation, presence, offering the scene, making the choice, letting them see your artistry. Then the decision moves to somebody else, and you don't have to manipulate it or predict it or earn it or walk out of the room trying to read everybody's face, because you showed up. You let them see you, and that matters as an artist, letting yourself be seen. And I want to make this broader than auditions, because every artist eventually reaches this point. At some stage, if you are a career artist, and I'm not talking about a hobby artist, at some stage, your art has to leave the privacy of your own hands. Somebody has to read it or hear it or watch it or encounter it, and you will never be able to control every response. The aim cannot be, I will show up once I know they approve of me, because you will wait forever. Instead, I am willing to be seen even when I cannot control what happens next. That is audacity. That is courage. So next time you're about to audition or perform or submit or post or pitch or publish or share something, even online, wherever it is, that feels vulnerable, catch yourself before you ask, will they choose me? And replace it with, can I let myself be seen here? That's the question. Not, can I guarantee the outcome? Because you can't. Not, can I protect myself from disappointment? Because you can't. Not, can I make everybody understand what I'm doing? Just, can I let myself be seen? For an audition, I might even say to myself before walking into the room, my job is to be seen. Their job is to choose. And I'm not going to do both jobs. This audacious way of living connects really deeply with one of the ideas inside Audacious Artistry, the audacity just to show up, audacious action, to be seen in the world. Because showing up becomes much harder when every appearance feels like a test on whether you deserve to be there. So if this episode stirred something in you, if you haven't already got your copy of Audacious Artistry, it goes deeper into the creative identity, what it takes to show up, courage, rejection, and continuing to create when you cannot control the outcome. You can also get a group together and do the free group study guide that you can download and walk through the book on your own or with a group of artists and friends. It's got great coaching questions at the end of each chapter. Head to laurabiancapilcher.com/book. So my artists, this is the question I want to leave with you. Where are you asking to be guaranteed acceptance before you are willing to be seen? Maybe there's an audition you need to walk into. something you need to submit, a piece of art you need to share, a room you need to enter. You don't have to know what they're going to decide. You don't even have to know whether they're going to understand you. Your part is simply show up, let them see you, and let their decision belong to them. Hey, if you've been listening for a while, how about sharing this with an artist that you know needs this kind of support? By doing so, we can help more creative souls to show up bravely in the world. And if you haven't, please leave a review on the platform you're on. I would love a 5-star review. It helps the algorithm to get this in front of more artists. And that is the plan, to help as many artists show up as the audacious, creative, beautiful, creative humans that they are. Until next time, I am with you on the creative journey. Thank you for listening to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist Podcast. If today's episode spoke something into you, my book, Audacious Artistry, Reclaim Your Creative Identity and Thrive in a Saturated World, goes deeper into this conversation. You can also download the free 10-week group study guide and walk through the book on your own with a friend or with a group of artists. Find the book and free guide at larabiancapilcher.com/book. Until next time, keep creating, stay audacious, and remember, your artistry matters.